What's going on, guys? My name is Marcel Flores. Welcome to my YouTube channel, One Dapper Street, and welcome to today's video, for which I'm dressed fairly casually, as you can see, because we're going to be talking about one of the most important things for us humans, and that is sleep. I want to talk to you about how you can optimize your sleep using a few best practices, as well as 8 different items that I think are actually going to really help you. Now, why is sleep so important? Because, well, if you don't get enough of it, you're likely to be in a bad mood, as I'm sure some of you may know. It impacts your immune system, it impacts your brain, it impacts your ability to concentrate and to take in new information, so it is one of the key sources to being more productive throughout the day. Unlike what I used to believe, where I'm like, oh, I only need 3 hours of sleep so I can get as much work done as I possibly could. That's honestly not the best way to go about it. You end up procrastinating a lot because you don't have the energy, you're not working efficiently and effectively. So let's work on your sleep. The first 3 things that I want to point out are best practices. The first one is lighting. Your brain thinks when it's bright out that it's day, and it's not going to really let you go to sleep, because that's what's called your circadian rhythm. Be mindful of that. As you spend your evening, turn on the brightness of your TV, on your phone, use the night shift, all of those things that make lights dimmer and more yellow to mimic a sunset is what's going to help you and your brain shut down more easily. Ideally, no TV, no phone for the last 30 to 60 minutes of the day. That's ideal. It's going to help you fall asleep much more easily. The second thing, and I know that's sometimes a bit much to ask at the end of the day because it takes some motivation to actually go and do, but that's meditation. It's going to help you clear out some of the random thoughts from the day, and it just makes you go to sleep much more easily because you're already more relaxed. You have more peace of mind, quite literally, that is just going to allow you to drift off into sleep seamlessly. Something physiological that can help with that is melatonin, or tryptophan, which is the amino acid that naturally triggers your production of melatonin. I take tryptophan because I believe, okay, give it the amino acid and then let my body figure it out rather than taking straight up melatonin. I know many of my friends that do, that are happy with it, but unlike ZzzQuil or something like that, you don't wake up super drowsy, which is obviously not what we want. We want to sleep through the night, but wake up feeling rested. Now, moving on to the 8 things that I think are going to help you improve your quality of sleep. I kind of am going to walk you through my routine. First, and this is a new addition, especially because of what is right now, that's a PYUR pod. The company just launched. At $65, you get a UV light box where you can throw your phone, your keys, your wallet in, and it disinfects that. And for me, I have my phone with me all day. I would like to know that it's actually clean when I go to sleep and I pick it up so I don't contaminate myself. So I drop my phone into the PYUR pod, and then I go into the bathroom. I do my routine, brush my teeth, all of that. And by the time I'm back out, it usually is already done. I take my phone out and place it up top to charge it wirelessly. Now, I've been struggling back and forth about having a phone by my bedside or not. I would generally say it's probably best to not have it, but I do have it with me, and that's for one major reason. And that's point number 2, the app called SLEEPCYCLE. What it does is the microphone monitors how you sleep. It detects your deep sleep phases and your light sleep phases. It analyzes the quality of your sleep overall, but the best part about it is how it makes you wake up. So for example, you set your alarm at 7 a.m. Then you give the app a 30-minute, which is recommended, time frame to choose to wake you up easily. So because it monitors your sleep, it could be that at 6:30 it's actually very easy for you to wake up, versus towards 7, even though it's more sleep, you'd be in deeper sleep, so it'd be harder to wake up. So you give it flexibility in terms of when to wake you up, which I think is amazing. There's some white noise features in there. There's also bedtime stories in there, which sounds a little bit childish, but they're really they just trigger your fantasy and pull you out of reality. In the same way a meditation kind of clears your mind, it makes you drift off to sleep very, very easily. Next up, air quality, and I think that's somewhat self-explanatory. I use a molecule air purifier, and I have a Dyson humidifier. Neither of those brands you need to buy. I just think they look really stylish, and I like having an aesthetically pleasing home. But overall, whether it's humidity that you seek, I used to wake up because my nose was super dry, and overall the air quality, I could just feel it. I would wake up nasally. So a purifier and a humidifier have definitely a big impact in your quality of sleep. Before we move on to what's happening in the bed itself, and no, not that type of video, it's a white noise machine. I think white noise, whether it's the actual white noise or just city sounds, the lake sounds, the brook babbling, it just takes away any random noises that you might hear that just jerk you back out of sleep, which is not what we want or need. It just drowns out all the noise, and it also kind of drowns out your thoughts a little bit if you really listen into it. And it potentially also gives you something to fantasize about, something to dream about. If you're hearing a lake with birds tweeting, then you might as well imagine you're there and then dream about that. I think that's nice. Now let's move on to the bed itself, and obviously there the mattress is the main player. I feel like memory foam mattresses have undergone somewhat of a revolution over the past few years because it used to be Tempur-Pedic or nothing, and those are massively expensive, but now with competitors like Lisa or Casper on the market, which I have a Tempur-Pedic mattress and I also have a Lisa mattress, and the difference is minute, like you can barely tell, and one is a fraction of the cost because that came out much later. So a memory foam mattress, I think, is something that is really gonna stabilize your sleep. It's gonna limit you moving around. There's less, if you sleep with a partner, you feel their movements less. There's a lot of benefits there, which if you guys wanna, look into that, I'm gonna drop the link down below for you guys to check out a little bit more. But I think a memory foam mattress is a great way to go. Next up, we've got the pillows, and while those are memory foam pillows, that's not what I wanna talk about. I wanna talk about their cooling ability, which is something that, for me personally, I do get some night sweats, and I used to always flip my pillow, like constantly, and I don't really have to do that anymore because it cools you. It's more, like, it's really comfortable, it stays cooling throughout the night, and thus increases your quality of sleep. Around those pillows, we've got now silk pillowcases, and silk pillowcases are somewhat of like a beauty magician because they have anti-aging abilities. They are great for your hair, and they also add to the temperature control. So if you have that in combination with the cooling pillow, you really shouldn't be waking up or having a bad night's sleep because you feel uncomfortable around your head. So that's something that I very recently, upon the recommendation of my girlfriend Hilda, have implemented, but I've really liked it, and the hair's looking great. That much is for damn sure. Now we're moving on to the last part of sleep, and that is waking up. I already mentioned sleep cycle, but there's two more things that I want to mention here. One is the Philips Smart Sleep light bulb that mimics a sunrise. I already mentioned the importance of light in terms of our circadian rhythms. So waking up easily rather than with a light switch on and off, but rather fading in the light so it mimics a sunrise is a really great way to put you in a lighter sleep mode. That in combination with sleep cycle, if you have the light slowly fading in and then sleep cycle picking up on when you are sleeping the lightest, is gonna really allow you to wake up with ease, which I think is one of the best ways to start the day, right? Just to touch back on something from before, it actually can also mimic a sunset. So if you know you have 30 more minutes to start calming down or you are meditating, turning the lamp on and having it reduce its light force over the 30-minute time span is gonna make your brain think the sun just set, now it's dark, it's nighttime, it's time to sleep. Woo! That video was a little longer than I thought it was gonna be. I hope you guys enjoyed it though. I really tried to pack all of the info that I have on how to get a better night's sleep in there, so I hope this helped you. Please leave comments down below if there's anything else that you guys do to increase your quality of sleep. If you have any questions or comments on what I said, please leave those down there as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got something from it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with the next one. Stay dapper and have a good night.